Welcome to the Ray Supp channel. RAY space SUPP. Good morning. Let's see what time it is. It's 9:54. I was trying to figure a way to come up with some cash, because I have some cash, but I don't want to touch that because it's my last amount for whatever necessities that I need towards whatever. I don't know why, but the job's like pushing it towards like the last minute. I could have been doing the rest of the processing today, but they want to move it till tomorrow. I don't get it. Wednesday, 11 o'clock. It's fucking stupid. It's just dragging ass time. I don't like it. It's just leaving me more in a slump. So right now I'm just kind of like contemplating on what I really want to kind of do on my decision making. But anyways, long story short, I already made those videos from last night. I wanted to head out today so I can get like at least like a watermelon, some chicken for my puppy, maybe like a little block of pepper jack cheese, just a few little fruits, and that's it. That's all I really wanted to do. But I need, for the gas to get there, all that other good shit and whatnot, and I'm just trying to figure that out right now. Hopefully somebody can help me out with that right now. If not, I'm gonna just arrange something that I know that I can only do and pull it off, see what I can do. Because obviously the praying and none of that's working. None of that's happening. None of that's working. That fool's punishing me for whatever fucking mistakes I made. That's as far as I know. But anyways, that's for this morning. But I went running 4 miles this morning. I took my puppy with me. And there's like a little water train out there. It's from like 10, 20, 30, 40. There's like these big old bricks, right? And when you're running up, it's like an incline, and it's like I said, it's for like the rain travel or whatever. But anyways, it's about 80 feet up. So we went up. I was like, oof, got up there real quick from the last time we went. Then I was resting, maybe like not even 5 minutes, like a minute and 30 seconds. And then I seen her like peeping, like she wanted to go down again. So I was like, fuck it. So I went down there with her, because the last time I didn't, I was like, I ain't trying to go down there and come back up, you know what I mean? Because it's pretty hard, I'm not going to lie. It's like, because I'm tough as fuck, and it's hard going up, and then going down was cool. Like, I seen, like, how I was like, oh, okay, but you still have to have that traction, because you could slip, There's a lot of dirt and rocks and shit. So I was going down that way, and then after I made it down there, I waited for like a few seconds, so many seconds, maybe like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. And then I was like, all right. And I felt good because I could feel it in my chest. Once my chest starts to pump a little, that's when I'm like, okay, now I can go. So I started going up. Boop, 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 boop. We went up and down 3 fucking times. So that's good. That's an accumulation of 6. Going all the way up 3 times and then going back down 3 times. You know what I mean? And that works your legs out, works a lot of this. I was doing a lot of breathing, because like when I run, I'll breathe in, suck in my gut, run, look for like a spot, like if I see a pole or a bush or whatever that's like a good amount of distance away, that's my distance on holding my breath, right? So like sometimes I'll go on a long ass distance, like I'll see one pole here or a pole right there, right? And as I'm about to get to there, I breathe in, and then I'm already passing that pole. So that gives me a timer. Boom, right? Going. And sometimes I'll even suck in more air. Because I know from the Shaolin teachings, the Shahan Lee guy, right? Mr. Shahan Lee, he was showing like these breathing techniques where like he was opening up all kinds of airways in your lungs. Like there's different pockets in your lungs that people aren't aware of, And he'll show you like how he's like... But he keeps going like, and you can hear him breathing in more. Like me, I can only maximize so much, but he's been doing it for so long that he's opened up so many airwaves. So he's got an incredible amount of fucking oxygen that he could breathe in. So he can breathe in like 100 times plus more than what you can. You know what I mean? And I know that because like I said, I smoke cigarettes and shit like that. Like I haven't been lately. Like I cut those out or whatever. I'm actually thinking, of buying like a vape. I'm thinking of getting a vape, like, just because I get stressed a little bit. It kind of calmed me down, And I don't have to hit it that often, you know what I mean? Like vaping it's bad, almost just as bad as the cigarettes. But I feel like the cigarettes, the hairs, the way it opens the hairs and certain shit, the nicotine and all that, I think it's a little worse. because it's more real. It has more of a real effect. Now the artificial shit, it's bad, but it's not that same type of bad. It could be bad. Like if you're hitting it a lot, that liquid accumulates right here. It accumulates right there. It sits there. You know what I mean? I know that because I've dealt with those things before. It sits there and it gunks up. So I mean, every now and then, just like a, you know what I mean? But I still do the workouts. I still do the conditioning. I can still do the jogging. You know what I mean? That's just my frame of thinking. I'm either gonna get one or I'm not gonna get one. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm thinking about getting something and then it just slips my mind, and I'm learning to like let that go. Like it's just a thought process, and the more I'm learning it to like let it go, it's just I find myself like not wanting it. You know what I mean? But overall, I'm trying to do what I need to do. You know what I mean? Like framing the mind and stuff like that. Let me see, how long has it been? 5 minutes. I want to keep this a short, cool little video. Just a cool little, sleek, cool video, you know, because I know I do long ones, and I don't want to be doing too many long ones. But anyways, yeah. So we did that 4-mile run. I do the breathing in, suck it up, you know, and it flattens this more. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, like when I get out of the shower, I don't know if it's the reflection of the mirror or whatever, but I look all puffy and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know? But then once I like chill out and relax and put some clothes on and get dried off, all of a sudden like my body will suck back in. So I don't know if it's just maybe like it just expands for some reason, right? Like the muscle or the skin or whatever, it just expands. I know some people deal with that. But like I said, I really feel like, honestly, like it has to do something with like the lymphatic system. There has to be something that clogs you, right? Like maybe it's not got a good flush, because there's other individuals I see that are like roughly like, you know, between 28 and 27, right? And they're like really thin. Like no matter what they eat or drink, like it just doesn't affect them. Like, and they probably they don't do a wide variety of like overly consumption, you know what I mean? Like they can have like one drink and be good for the whole fucking day and have like a little snack, you know, and then at the end of the day they have like a little tiny meal, and then they're like really super thin. They're like, they don't have to do shit, you know what I mean? But honestly, I think it's just because like when you do fasting, right? Like when you do a lot of water fasting, like that kid from Vegetable Police, like I said, look up Vegetable Police on YouTube. He's like a white boy with black hair, right? A 21-day water fast. Now think about that. If you're just drinking nothing but water and how much you're cleansing out, like he showed the before and after pictures of the water and like how he was ripped and cut because he had nothing to do. He had to focus his mind a lot. Like he would go out, you know, sometimes he would have strength to go out and take out the trash, or he would go for a swim. He had to do a lot of exercising, you know, maybe not like a lot, but he would do exercises. He would read, sleep, wake up. He couldn't eat nothing, right? 21 days, that's a long time to be water fasting, you know what I mean? At the minimum for me, like if I was to ever go on a fucking water fast, it would be like 3 days to 5 days, maybe 7 on a stretch. Just because I know that once my body starts to pick up and shit, like I'm gonna get real skinny. You know what I mean? Like, or you would have to consume a lot of water to keep the weight. You know what I mean? So you could live for a long fucking time just on water. He proved that. You know what I mean? But when you break your fast, you got to be careful, because that fool had some raw eggs, and he was like, oh, and it fucked his stomach up, right? Because it's so small. Like you're just drinking nothing but water, it's gonna shrink, right? So he broke his water fast. And with a fucking raw egg, he got really horribly sick. He went to the hospital, and they're like, "Oh, there's something wrong," and and they're like, "We're gonna cut something out of you," right? They wanted to perform surgery, and he's like, "Fuck that! Why would I want them to cut?" He's like, "First of all, I'm not gonna have a fourth world country cut something out of me, right?" Meaning, like those fools don't know what they're doing when it comes to surgery. He's like, "I ain't gonna let these motherfuckers cut me out, right?" So, anyways, I thought that was fucking funny how he said that. I'm not gonna let a poor fourth world country fucking cut my liver out or whatever, you know, or his kidney or whatever the fuck it was. But anyways, what he ended up doing was getting on the bus, even though he was in extreme pain. It was like fate, right? He happened to like come to a stop, and he looked outside, and there was a juice factory, right? So like it was like a mom and pop shop. He got off the bus, and it was a juicing place where like they juiced like grass, like that salt grass stuff or whatever. I forget what it's called. Anyways, like they juice the grass stuff or the watermelon, or like they had mango and watermelon and apple. Like they had different juicings, you know, like real pure juice, like the juice I showed you the other day, like the juicing I do, which I'm gonna make in a little bit. I'm gonna make one of those juices. But that's basically what it was like he got off on one of those places and he ordered a particular drink and he started to drink the juice, and it has a lot of vitamins in it, right? Like a lot of resources from the fruit. So instead of eating the fruit, because it's going to drop in there and it's going to hurt the digestive system just because it's so delicate and it's smaller now. So when he was liquefying the juice, that's how you really break your fast. If you're doing like a 2-week, 3-week, 4-week fucking water fast, like a real long time, and you want to work your way back up to food, you got to do like some juicing, or like maybe like some smoothies, right? You're going to work that back in. And then after that, check around your place. I don't know what the heck. I got a message. Hope nobody's here at my fucking place. Fucking knock them out. Anyways, you have to work yourself into smoothies or juices. What is it? So I had closed the door because I didn't want her interrupting. Look at Godzilla. She's like, come here, Mama. I'm not trying to be mean, but we went on a 4-mile run. I was trying to get her to rest, and I had closed her out of the room because I know when I'm showering, she feels like she has to protect me at all times. Like she's got to be right there. She's got to be always right there, always on key, on point. I told her rest. I want her to understand that after we do exercising, like stand down. You know what I mean? There's no emergency here. You don't always have to, you know. I know she's always on guard to protect me and shit like that. she's always there. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But at times when she's like tired and stuff, I need her to rest. So when I took my shower, I took it pretty long. I shaved my head. I shaved my face. Getting nice and cleaned up for today, especially after the run. Since you know you sweat and stuff on the run. Give me that. No, wait. You have to wait, Mama, because this is tangled. Now you can play with it. There you go. It's a good girl. It's a good girl. Aw, man. Little fuck. Little fucker. Hey, you little fucker. Hey. So, anyways, yeah. So after the run, you know, I figured like, okay, I'm gonna take a shower because I was sweating a little bit. You know, not all hardcore. Usually too, like if you eat, this is the one thing I was gonna teach some people because it just came to mind right now. So like if you eat super clean, like there's this guy from Free Melon Society. He ate nothing but grapes for a whole month. Boom, 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 boom. 8 grapes, right? So when he was eating the grapes, he was saying, yeah, I know there's not gonna be some people that are gonna want to hear this. He's all, but when I went to go poop, he's like, I went to wipe and it was clear, right? It didn't smell or anything, right? So biologically, like whatever you put in your body, right? Like think about the concepts, right? They know, like I said, these companies know like what they feed you. Like if you eat a lot of chicken or meat or dairy or whatever, right? The stench, something out of it, the way it's mechanically going through your body, you're gonna smell in your armpits, right? Or you're gonna smell right here, or you're gonna smell back here, right? Or you're gonna build accumulation here, or you're gonna get some kind of snot here. Things are gonna run into your brain, and that's why you get snot, right? Or like drinking, like when you drink a lot or you smoke a lot, right? You get mucus and shit, like, right? Especially people that do meth, right? Or they get shit in their fucking mouth, right? It's only common sense. A lot of us don't think about that. But if you know the smell, that's when they come up with the deodorant. Like, oh, buy this deodorant, you know, this and that, da-da-da. I remember when I was eating, like I said, for those 5 months, I was eating super fucking clean, and I was drinking nothing but lemon water and stuff like that, and juicing. I swear to God, I noticed some shit. Like, I was so ripped up and just, like, you know, physiqued out. I stepped out of the shower, and I dried off. Like, it was real weird. Like my skin did something where, like, everything just kind of rolled off, and I sat there, and I was like, I didn't even need a towel. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, and she licked me a couple times, and I was dry. And my skin didn't even need no lotion. My face was clear, everything. Like, it was just, I went to go, I was like, I smell good, you know what I mean? And of course, yeah, when you shower or whatever, but that's not the point though, because after that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna refrain from putting on any lotion or deodorant, right? So I went to go work out and stuff like that and doing all my little whatever, and I was sweating, but there was no smell, right? Like my pheromones was what was the smell that was coming out, which was like purity out of your body, right? So that does really make sense. You know what I mean? Like the cleaner you eat, the cleaner your body is. And I think, like I said, not think. I always say think because it's just a frame of conditioning. But I believe 100%ly that's how we work biologically. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't think about that stuff. They really don't because they're so... I mean, if you're so used to eating eggs and bacon in the morning, right? Like a fairly small plate, going to work or on your way to work, you drive and you have your cup of coffee, maybe your cigarette or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? And then around noon, you have like, let's say like a yogurt and a bagel, right? Maybe some orange juice or something. You go through these little things out of your regimens every day, and then you know how your shit comes out, and you poop and all that stuff. The way you shower, the way you put, the creams that you put on your face to be like, oh, this is gonna work. It's gonna make my skin young and da da da. It don't work like that. You know what I mean? I mean, look at me. Look how fucking clear my shit is when I shave, right? I just use like hot water, and a particular like type of I'll show you the stuff that I use. Hey, calm down. Watch out. I'll show you the stuff that I use. And like I said, the lighting too, the lighting is like what makes you look like shit, you know what I mean? So this is what I use. It's a classic clean 2-in-1 bamboo and fresh water scent anti-dandruff shampoo and conditioner, right? I know it's conditioner, shampoo, whatever, right? And I remember my and this is Lulu's this is Lulu's shampoo when I take her a bath or whatever, right? So one thing I remember, all right, for sure was that when I was dating at the time, she's like, babe, that's not even body wash. She's like, that's fucking conditioner and da 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 da, right? And I didn't notice that shit, right? Like I honestly didn't. Like I don't read shit sometimes, I just look at it. I'm like, oh, that fucking smells good. I'm gonna use that, right? So that's what I did. I used it, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna use it. But if you think about it, it smells so fucking good. And what's the difference, right? You got hair on your arms, hair on your legs, hair on your fucking cooch or your dick, on your fucking head. I have a little bit of hair, but yeah, I shave it. I got hair here. What's the difference? Like if you're shampooing, that's gonna run all over your body anyway. You know what I mean? So I said, fuck it. I get a big ass one for like $6-7. It lasts me a long time. And when I shave, it's nice and smooth. I use hot water. I rub that on. It's just like silhouette. And I use the razor, and it comes off real good. My sister taught me some shit, right? my little sister, she told me, you know what I noticed? Because one day she ran out of razors, right? Like these big razors. And she's like, let me borrow one of yours. And I was like, okay, like I had a whole package full of them. I was like, here you go. Kicked her down. And she went to go do her legs and stuff like that. And then later on, I guess when she was using it, however long, from the accumulation of time, right, before she can actually go and get some more, whatever the situation was, right? She's like, you know what I noticed, fool? She's like, guy razors work better on women than women's razors work on women. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, think about it. Men, when they shave, it's so fucking thick, right? She's like, but you don't think when a bitch shaves, it's fucking thick, it gets thicker? She's like, or your cooch gets thick? My sister's crazy, dude. And then I was understanding it. I was like, oh, she's onto something, right? She's like, I use guy razors now. She's like, they fucking work bomb as fuck and keep me smooth. She's like, you think I want to rub my leg on a guy and it's all stubble? I was like, this fool, right? So she made a lot of sense. And then that's when she's like, I bet you, she's like, when you shave, she's like, try using girls' razors. Pick one. She's like, here. And she ended up giving me one of the Bics, right? And this is all I ever use. I don't give a fuck about the color. They got blue, purple, fucking green. If they had yellow and black, I'd use it, right? But they got the two razor. No fucking sleek shit here. No rubber, oil or whatever like that, right? I just use that body wash stuff and this and just, that's how I keep it so clean. Like how I keep the measurement here, right there. You know what I mean? Under here, boom. And I'm good, even when I razor here, razor right there, all the way around, and I'm clean cut. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of other dudes that don't practice that shit. You know, they don't really give a fuck what they look like. Maybe some do, but they'll go and pay someone to go do it. You know what I mean? I'll look up YouTube videos. Like, if I had hair, like when I did, I would fade it up. Like, I watched the whole shit where I was like, okay, you know what I mean? And I make my shit look good. And like I said, that's just some of the concepts there that people probably don't think about or they don't do. And then I got clippers, so like if this gets too like bushy, like I don't like it to be bushy. Some women probably like it to be super fucking thick, but I don't got that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like this shit only grows out so much. It's not like real like beautiful. You know, like some fools, they got beards. Like, let me put this over here. Some fools, they got beards where like it's really like, you know, it's so like fine, you know, it's real thick and you can comb it. They go like that with that shit. My shit don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just probably just my biological structure, you know, I don't know. And then plus I have some Indian in me too. Probably that too, because I know that Indians, they don't grow no goatees or mustaches. From what I heard, like real Indians, it's all beard naked, right? So maybe my Hispanic, French, and Indian, you know, it kind of only gives me so much of an essential of of hair, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Who the fuck knows? You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I look at it. But anyways, I'm gonna keep the video short. Like I said, those are only just some small little aspects to what I'm talking about. Like little education, you know what I mean? And then I don't know, I'm trying to figure out some stuff. Maybe I'll just go to my mom's and then we'll handle some stuff, because she said something about helping me out, but I really didn't want to be picking off her stuff. I'm thinking about maybe going down to a place where they can like help me get a card or something like that. I've been wanting to get a credit card, but I don't really know how to go about that situation, so I'm just going to check into that later. But yeah, so you guys have a good day. Good morning. I hope your guys' afternoon goes well, and if I come up with any more concepts or anything good later, I'll hit you guys with another video. I hope you guys got all that cool little information like I was saying. If that helps with anything, but that's just basically how the body works, you know, like I said, when it comes to the smells and then the eating, you know, and then I know a lot of Hispanics know that too, like, right, like when you eat something and over time when you start to sweat, you're like, it smells like tacos. It smells like tacos. It's because it is, fool. It's because of the carne asada that you eat and shit, and all the meat comes out. You know what I mean? Like, you have to really think about that. Like, when they say you are what you eat, you're literally pumping out. You got to think about everything that pumps out of your skin. You know what I mean? Like, when you're running and jogging, you got the sweat coming out. You know, like when I used to drink, like for instance, just a quick example before I cut this video. I used to go to Walmart a lot and go shopping for my parents when the COVID thing hit, and I used to get that aloe vera juice a lot. Like my mom would always put a shot in there, drink the water, and you know, whatever, aloe vera juice. I used to drink a fuckload of that shit. And I remember when I used to sweat like hardcore, like either at the gym or when I was jump roping at the fucking the Fort Mojave Boxing Center, and I'll be drenched with sweat, like I'd pull off my clothes and drop in. I'll smell it. It smelled like gasoline. Like, it literally smelled like gasoline. And I remember asking my homies, like, what do you think that means? I drink this stuff and then it comes out smelling like gasoline. And they all kind of looked at me like if I was fucking stupid and shit. It was my homie Jesus, his fucking friends. Like, I don't know. He probably only matches up with so many individuals where, like, you know, like you know how people will frame themselves. Like, instead of being who they really are, they'll change themselves with that group. And they were like a bunch of fucking nerds, you know. And they're like, I don't know, right? Like, I was some fucking idiot asking an idiot out a question or some shit. And I was like, you know what, dude? Like, talking about gasoline, I think I'm just gonna pour it, because I was busting over there and they came to my job. I was all thinking in my head, like, why don't I just pour some fucking gasoline all over you guys and just fucking light a match? Like, fuck you. Yeah, I'm a little crazy fuck, right? But anyways, you guys have a good day. I like making those jokes. Like I said, I like to keep it a little bit entertaining, throw out a little bit of me, you know, and if you can't handle it, that's just too bad. Go to another Race Up channel. Go to Race Support. Maybe he'll teach you how to do some construction shit. You guys have a good day. Talk to you later. Your boy's out. Peace.